Okay guys, so this is really bad. We have extremely low tire pressure, 0.6 bar left. Now what actually happened is that earlier this afternoon we were on a very small road looking at some waterfalls. When we came back we had to pass another car, had to move to the side of the road, and unfortunately I guess I hit a rock, because here is the problem. So this is completely, the sidewall is gone and you can hear it. So this is something that cannot be repaired, so I had to call roadside assistance, not Tesla's roadside assistance but my own, and they went out looking for a tire, and I just got a message that they apparently have a solution and they will be here in 40 to 60 minutes, hopefully. If that is the case, that is really quick assistance and I will be really happy, because tomorrow is the last day that we're staying here. Now the activity that we're doing tomorrow is close by, it's only like 3 kilometers away, so we can hike that if necessary. But after that, the day after tomorrow, we need to move to the next location here on holiday. So hopefully we get a new tire and not like a homecoming tire and let's put the wheel in the trunk, because that will not be possible, because the trunk is already full with all our luggage to get home. So yeah, just wait half an hour to 60 minutes and then hopefully we get a proper solution.
1 hour later.
So short update, well actually kind of a long update. Roadside assistance, my own roadside assistant, wasn't able to help. They called somebody in Kobarit, which is about 30 minutes away from here, and that guy had to ask again what the problem was, and then he mentioned that the tire was not available, and probably the tire wasn't even available in Slovenia in its entirety. So that's a big problem. Next thing I did was call Tesla roadside assistance, where they even told me that they don't do a tire service remotely, which is weird because I had it done a few years ago, no problem. But they also couldn't even look in the inventory if any of the service centers in the area, which is either Ljubljana 2.5 hours away, or Klagenfurt in Austria, which is about an hour and a half away, to see if they have the tire in stock, so I can arrange a flatbed transport to get there through the insurance, to make sure that on Monday morning I can get a tire fitted. Now the big problem is on Monday morning we do have to leave here, so we're good for another day to find a solution, or try to find a solution. But again, it's Saturday evening at the moment. Sunday tomorrow means that nobody will be able to answer anything. So right now I'm reaching out to the few people that I know at the Tesla service center with their mobile phones and hoping that they will answer and they can at least look in the inventory so I can start arranging things for getting us out of here. Because if by Monday morning we don't have a solution, then I think we will have to spend a few nights additional here, because there's no way I can rent a car here at this point in time, so that will also be a couple of days waiting before we can get a car fixed. So it's kind of stressing at the moment, and it's not really a vacational feeling that we are having, but it is what it is, and we need to find solutions and we need to find them quickly. So let's see if all my helplines are actually paying off in the end.
The next morning.
Day 2 of our problematic situation. We still don't have a final solution. Tesla support, or Tesla roadside assistance, is no help at all. They are willing to tow me for about 80 kilometers, but they are not willing to actually leave the country. So that is a problem, because we want to go to Austria to find a more civilized tire shop with a higher chance of having a tire. So I had to call my own roadside assistance, and they are actually going to, hopefully, still need to get confirmation of that, but hopefully they will tow me all the way to the Klagenfurt service center in Austria, which is the closest service center from where we are here in Bovic. And hopefully Tesla will have at least one of these tires available to mount. Now I still need to get confirmation, hopefully this afternoon, but the idea would be this afternoon we go do some canyoning with the kids. That was already booked, so we're still going to do that. It's walking distance from here, about 3 kilometers, so that's still doable on foot. But then hopefully I will get a confirmation that tomorrow morning around 8 a.m. we will be picked up on a flatbed and transported to the Klagenfurt service center. And in the meantime, while we are being towed, or maybe we are in the taxi, or maybe we are in the car on top of the flatbed, I don't know how they're going to arrange it, I can make some calls to the service center to make sure that they are prepared. There's a tire shop about 30 minutes away from the service center, so if need be, Tesla might be able to get a tire there as well, or we can stop there along the way, take the tire with us, or have the tire mounted there. It's all going to depend on the calls we are going to make. But yeah, being stuck with a complete flat tire that cannot be repaired and needs to be replaced, basically in the middle of nowhere. Bovic is still a big town. It's not a city, it's a big town, and it's a popular town for activities and such, but still it's not really a nice place or a handy place to be stuck with a complete flat tire.
Many hours later.
Now in the meantime we did some nice canyoning, and that took us quite a bit of energy because we had to go up a lot, like half an hour up the mountain, and to come back down through the different waterfalls, but it was fun. Now in the meantime I got some news from my own insurance company and the roadside assistance that tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock they will pick us up with a flatbed, potentially additionally with a taxi for ourselves, and we will be taken to the Klagenfurt service center. Hoping that they will have a new tire for me, and if all that works out I will make the calls while we are driving over there. But if all works out, then we are losing basically only half a day. We could have done more here, but at least we got to do the canyoning and the activity. So now it's time for dinner, and then we will pack up our bags already in the trunk, and yeah, then tomorrow morning we will be picked up, and then hopefully our days of worrying about this incident are over, because it has been an adventure trying to get to a solution for this, but it looks like we will have a solution.
The next morning.
So we made it to the Tesla service center in Klagenfurt, Austria, with the flatbed where the car was parked on, and we got a loaner car that we could drive. It was a manual driving Ford Focus kind of thing, but it got us here, and that's the most important part. Now there's some good news and there's some bad news and there's some really bad news. The good news is that the Tesla service center does have the tire in stock, so we can be helped and we can be on our way within an hour or so. The bad news is that apparently the rear tire was already too gone from driving the Nürburgring and doing about 16,000 kilometers in general to have the unbalance between the two rear tires, so we need to replace the two rear tires to be safe. Now I was hoping to only do one rear tire because I do have the track pack rims, the 20-inch one, that I will use for the summer tires, and I was planning to use them to switch to them as soon as these tires were done, probably at the end of summer. So now I will have to drive on these ones a little bit longer probably, but the 21-inch are going to be used as a winter tire. The really bad news is that tires at Tesla are really expensive, so they are charging me over 1,000 euros for 2 tires. I did talk to them, say okay, this is really expensive, and yeah, there was no discussing about it. It's 500 euros for one single tire here. Where in Belgium, if you go to a regular tire shop, you can get them for about 340-350 euros, including fitment, probably maximum around 400 euros. So that's 100 euros more for each tire, so ouch. But in any case, within an hour or so, we are fixed. We can resume our holiday and we can go back to Slovenia. What I do need to say is that the Tesla roadside assistance really sucked on this one. They were no help at all. They could tow me for 80 kilometers, but not across the border. They could not look at the inventory, not possible. We even called the service center number here in Austria. Turns out to be a general number. They could also not look into inventory. But once we arrived here and we got to speak to one of the service advisors, we were helped immediately. So big thumbs up for Tesla Klagenfurt Service Center, and thank you for helping us out. And now let's wait for an hour and then we can resume our vacation. So I hope you enjoyed our little pain and stress of this mishap that we had with our tire, but I hope also that you learned something from it and you found it interesting to see our journey on how to fix a tire with Tesla, such a rare tire also, and how we got to get through all of this. If you did, give the video a thumbs up and click that subscribe button, and make sure you don't forget to click that little bell icon so you don't miss out on any new videos. And for now, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.